Cryptic, good to see you. Thanks for jumping in, even if it's just for a little bit. Thanks for saying hi. Hope you're doing well. And welcome in, folks. Let's go ahead and dive in. I don't know what we're going to dive into tonight. We might do let's do Meteor Fall. This is a game that we covered a little bit ago. And it was okay. I want to give it another shot now that it has reached its full release. The developer had a really interesting post on Reddit talking about how they launched this game and it completely bombed. Unfortunately, did not have the commercial success that he was hoping for. And it's not because it's a bad game. It's because just people aren't buying it. So...
Well, wasted. Everything wasted.
Huh? What are you talking about, Grimble?
You don't remember last night at the Slimy Slop Saloon?
That wasn't a dream.
We were supposed to go down in history as the owners of the greatest coliseum in all of Meteor Fall. Then you gambled it away. Now we have nothing. Nothing.
Think, Bramble, think.
There's nothing to think about. We're nobodies. Zeros.
Well, what's this?
Yeah, a worthless piece of... the mask of the Ubelich.
Oh, ho, ho! I could wear it, and with its power, I could take back our arena by force. No one could stop me.
No. Its power is too dangerous. I have a better idea. We build a new arena and offer the mask as a prize. The tournament will attract the greatest warriors from all across the wastelands.
And the winner of the tournament will have to face me. No one will ever win.
And we can call the tournament the Bramble Royale!
There you go, Bramble Royale. Tom, good to see you. Yeah, it is sadly common for indie games. It's more impressive for this one, because clearly this is, like, you can just tell from the very beginning this is very well made, right? It could be the most amazing game, but if it doesn't get noticed, it can't grow. Yeah, which is, like, really weird, because this was made by Slothworks. They have a lot of very successful games under their belt. They've got Crummit's Tale and Meteor Fall, which are both, like, really successful games, really strong presence in the mobile space. Crummit's Tale is sitting at 718 reviews right now. So, like, it just completely tanked commercially. Are you like the animation style? Yeah. And there was a really interesting thread of people saying that they didn't give it two thoughts because of the name, which was Bramble Royale. They all thought it was a battle royale. And so at least a lot of people on Reddit were saying that they didn't even, like, look at it because of the name. And that was it. That was already enough for them to not give their time and attention to this, which is so harsh. I can understand it, but boy, is that really a rough wake-up call. Royale probably wasn't the best choice, but it makes sense for the game. Yeah. I mean, like, hindsight is 2020, right? Marketing team didn't do well with the name. Yeah, and I think it's just, like, one guy. I think this is a solo dev that's building these games. But unfortunately, it was a bit of a miss on this one. So this is a deck builder. You've got some light tactical placement of things. You got your guys over here, bad guys over here. You've got your cards down here, your energy, all that fun jazz, right? One of the things that makes this a little more compelling is this idea that, like, you're equipping you're here. So I'm going to put this wizard's hat on the wizard. As a reminder, equipped items could, only resolve after you end your turn. If you change your mind, you can select an item card again after it's equipped to unequip it. Sure, great. And then we're going to give this guy a sword. And then, is this equipment too? Ability. At the end of the turn, take damage equal to the number of stacks. Decrease, apply to poison. Okay. So if we put that on there, great, you're going to die at the end of the turn. Kaloo Kalay. Hooray. And then we can do Ice Bolt for Greybeard, who can blast this guy.
Cheeky.
Great. And that's this turn. So now we have this sort of pseudo auto battler environment happening. Like it's a really interesting mix, right? You can clearly see it's really interesting, or really well made in a lot of ways. It's just, man, they were very unable to find an audience, and that's just what it comes down to. Add 3 fire to any tile occupied by a brawler. Take damage for each fire on this tile. Fire is removed. Sure. Can you blast that? Thank you. And then, we'll put another wizard hat on you. So even the most innocuous of things in your game can end up completely determining its future, which, I don't know, you might find pretty terrifying. I would not blame you.
We're in the money.
Yeah, I mean, ooh, what's this? Shatter. Deal 20 damage to any brawler that's frozen. Wow. Jeez. Okay. Grand Slam. Deal 25 plus damage in a single attack. Great. So we're still going. Oh, these guys are going to join. Okay. All right. We've still got stuff to do. Great. So we'll add 3 fire over here. Longsword. Double longsword. And then you can poison him. Great. Like, I love the zoom in when the turn starts, right? That is such a nice little thing. Wildcard violation. What? So we didn't get a tutorial when we jumped in here. I don't know if it's because it detected that I had played the demo. I don't have the demo installed. Right? I don't have the demo. No, I don't have the demo installed. So I don't know how it would have determined that, but it is definitely a thing that has happened. Alright, so you're dead. You're equipped. You're gonna attack. Brawl. Ouch. They go first, huh? That's brutal. Ooh. Cool. Nuclear candy.
Trick or treat.
Trick or treat. Alright. Deal 4 damage, apply poison equal to the damage dealt. I mean, that's cool, but for 2 mana? Deal 6 damage to any brawler, add 4 fire. That seems nice. Let's go for that.
The crowd demands more.
Choose a feat. Equip and use 6 items. Play dual color cards 5 times. End turn without playing any cards. Let's do dress to impress. We're equipping a lot of items. I think that's a pretty reasonable thing for us to accomplish. Choose your schedule for the day. Do we go to the bank? Well, we talked about this before, about the sort of bundling of choices being a really interesting way to replace the typical Slay the Spire style map. I'm a big fan of this. I've been playing some Slay the Spire recently, and it's good, and the mechanics are strong, but the map has always felt really weak to me in some ways. I've been playing the Downfall mod, Hey, Lime, good to see ya. Was this made by one of us? No, this was made by the creator of Meteorfall and Crummets Tale. And it's been a really good discussion so far because it launched in 1.0 and was a complete commercial flop, unfortunately. And they made a really interesting Reddit post discussing the launch of their game, their kind of post-mortem of it. And really interestingly, a ton of the comments came in that they didn't pay attention to the game because of its name. Its name is Bramble Royale, a Meteorfall story. And clearly they were trying to bank on the previous success of the games, of their previous 2 games, but apparently lots of people, when they saw Royale in the name, thought it was a battle royale and just instantly did not care about it. So it totally missed its market that it was trying to address, at least in some portion, purely because of the name, which I think is just fascinating. Yeah, and a major bummer too, right? But yeah, the Slay the Spire map, it is a bummer, and I remember watching like players like Dolphin Chemist that are really good at it, and they would look through the whole map, and they would basically pick out their route at the very start of it. They would know exactly which route they need to take, and they would just go. And so the more advanced you became, the less engaging that mechanic was. And I think this is a really interesting way to bring the choice in a meaningful way back into it, to make that moment-by-moment decision instead of planning everything out and then executing on it. How much money do we have? 25? Be nice to remove a card. This is a lot of money drain. We just don't really have the money to make use of that stuff.
So many sights, so little time.
So let's get the cash money. Choose a card to remove from your deck. Let's remove... we're kind of going for fire builds a little bit. Let's get rid of a Feeble Toxin. Sure.
Who needs that anyways?
Who needs that anyways? Wild Card Shop. Whenever a brawler acts this turn, they restore 4. Interesting. Brawlers that die this turn explode, dealing 15 damage to their allies. Jeez. Whenever any brawler receives a buff or debuff this turn, they also take 4 damage. I'm going to take this one, the deal 15 damage to their allies. That seems hilarious. And then we can buy something. Cleave, deal 5 damage splash. That's nice. Swamp Trunk, that's poison. We're literally pivoting away from poison right now. We got a lot of poison options here. What a bummer. Peace out. Red.
There's no backing out now.
All right. There's no backing out now. Let's do it. Beard Brothers versus Sludge Lords. Oh, what a sludge lord over there. I love this, like, gelatinous cube in a tub sort of thing. Gelatinous golem. That's fantastic. All right. Let's go ahead and replace you. And then we'll freeze. I'd like to know who is doing the most damage. Screech, it looks like. We'll go ahead and get rid of your damage. Not entirely, but a lot. And then we can swap you two and give you poison daggers, and you'll just go to town on them. Very Adventure Time? Yeah. Yeah, the art style has been very reminiscent of that the whole time. Sockhouse, good to see you, friend. How are you doing today? Welcome in. Let's go ahead and equip the sword. Get some block going. Why are you 15 damage? Will fire... No, fire won't kill him. 6 damage to any brawler. So I can do this, right? There we go. That'll prevent the damage there. If you move, take X damage and remove this effect. Okay. Great. Great. Brawl. Hooray! Alright. Sludgehammer! You can't clean up this mess.
A stench so foul makes me wretch.
That's fantastic. Alright. Let's swap you out. And then give you a longsword. We're gonna scorch here. 2 damage. That's not really gonna be enough. The ice must flow. Add a shatter. Okay, so it looks like I am still gonna get poisoned. I did want to do that for that reason. Oh, let's go ahead and use...
Doesn't work like that.
You can't replace another wild card issued this turn. What are you talking about? I haven't used another wild card. What are you talking about? What? That's a bummer. All right, all allies gain 6 armor and 2 might. Your damage with items is increased by the number of seconds. Sure, pure strength. Got it. We're gonna swap these 2 guys out. We're gonna do that. Just get some hefty damage on there, and throw that down. So he'll just die on his turn. We're good to go. Throw an armor up on you. And a long sword. So this guy's practically gonzos already. Well, I guess we do that, and then shatter him. That should kill him, right? Yeah. GG. Great. Hooray! Nuclear candy.
Can only pick one.
Ooh, lots of rares. Okay, deal 4 damage to all opponents. 4 for each intelligence card in your deck. Purge. Usable once per battle. Okay. Deal damage equal to your armor. Okay, Blastorama sounds good. We've got some intelligence card. Well, we've got 1 intelligence card in our deck. And then it also gives strength to everyone? Your allies gain 2 rage. Increases your damage equal to the number of stacks, then remove. Wow. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't mind doing a reload here. I think we can kind of build into Blastorama, though. More intelligence cards? Yeah. Yeah, let's do that.
Beef up or chow down.
And we need to get, like, actual cards. We can clone a card over here. That'll work.
A beautiful day.
Let's grab our money. We'll remove our last poison card. Get that out of the deck, please. And thank you. All your brawlers gain 2 max health or choosing clone a card. I think we're going to clone our Ice Bolt. So now we have our Stormageddon thing doing 8 damage instead of 4, which is a big deal. While equipped, you have thorns equal to your defense. I mean, that's pretty cool. Gain 5 ward. You cannot be affected by debuffs. Okay. And 5 armor. That's cool. Deflect. Gain 6 block. Negate damage taken from any attacks by the amount of block removed at the end of the turn. Okay, so block is removed at the end of the turn. Armor is not. Also, you notice this guy. Shopkeepers give good feedback when you like mouse over a card. They kind of change their state, go into a little animation. That's very nice. Once again, I'm not super vibing with a lot. Like Iron Skin, maybe. Sure, whatever. Let's grab that. That wasn't a great shop. I am a big fan of what they've done here of healing in between each round. I've talked about that a lot. I like how it reinforces a more puzzly sort of environment. It makes it so I'm not too scared to use resources, which I usually am in games. So there's a lot of upsides to it, in my opinion. Let's see, who's attacking you? Screech? That one, okay. Bop. Do a lot less damage, please. Oh, no. Do Iron Skin. And we're good to go. Alright, so now we can do Blastorama. We have 6 mana, so we might as well.
Oh, get the mop.
That was a lot of damage. That was a lot of damage. Let's go ahead and throw Twin Daggers. Oh. They're gonna be... They're thorns in, huh? Oh, no. Okay, so we need to remove that. We'll do... Scorch. And then I guess we'll just... Gosh, I don't even know. I guess, what, throw down some block? And they're basically going to die on their next turn. The problem is, fire happens, what, at the... Oh, when you take damage, increase it for each stack of burning. I thought it was effectively poison. Okay. Let's go ahead and do this. Ouch. So that does trigger thorns as well. Oh, well. You know, some things you need to learn about on your own. And that's not a bad thing, right? Like it's okay. Everything's fine. I'm throwing those equipments down to try and get our side gold here, our dress to impress. Who is this? Huntress? You're just like a normal person. Why are you gonna die? Always targets rear row enemy. Well, we can just move you right on down then, can't we? Fireball would be nice. Oh, it doesn't matter where they are on the rear row. Okay, well. I don't like you. Sure, we'll go ahead and do that. I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried that I've kind of bopped myself here a little bit. I mean, we've got good screen shake. We got good idle animations. There's just a lot going for this experience, and it's such a shame that it has run into the speed bumps that it has. Ah. There we go. Let's just kill him. I was gonna use Shatter, but then I thought we might like still use that as these guys jump in, so let's just leave it.
This'll separate the wimples from the pimples.
Wimples from the pimples. Wild card. This turn, brawlers that use a dexterity card shall take 5 damage. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and add some Scorch back here. There we go. Love it. You can't replace another wild card issue. So they are playing a wild card. We can't play on top of that. Okay. So we'll go ahead and nuke you down. Get out of here. And equip that wizard's hat for next turn. All right. This went from being really nerve-wracking to I'm feeling fairly confident. I think we're going to be okay. Alamod, good to see you, friend. How are you? Welcome in. How's life been treating you? Can do another shatter here.
That's the sound of money.
And then ooh, we could do longsword, sure. There we go. Easy game. You're good, how are you? I'm doing all right, thanks. It's been a very, very crazy time at work, but today was like the big make or break day, and I'm thrilled to say that it was make. So we're celebrating with a second day of streaming in a row and just having a grand old time. Yeah. How are you doing, friend? How's life going for you? Ally falls below 5 health. All allies gain 5 rage. Interesting. Deal 10 damage in a single attack. Apply vulnerable to all opponents. Yeah, I mean, we're doing that. And I do like this system, too. They're almost like relics, right? They're relics that you earn in the middle of a fight. And that's an interesting way to approach that system. We've got some money. Buy wild cards. Upgrade your cards. Spend 25 money to increase or clone a card. Perk and a pack for the chosen brawler. Let's do this one. I want to get a perk and a pack.
Kick back, relax.
About to leave for college. All right. Have a great time. Best of luck. So whenever you use an ability, gain 2 rage or elementalist. When you freeze a brawler, also create 2 fire on the ball. We're definitely going to do that, right? How do I select this? Hydrate. You got it, friend. Thank you so much. Oh, okay. I have to do train. Okay, got it.
Go on.
Deal 6 bonus damage to brawlers that have ice. When a feat is completed, gain 5 rage. Your max health is increased by 6. Let's do ice cold. We're kind of getting a bit of an ice build going.
Take your pick.
No intelligence cards, which is a major bummer, but we do have Ice Wand, which is apply 8 ice to any brawler. And it's equipment, so that's going to do well with our other things. So that's feeling all right.
Spend it all in one place.
What do we want to remove here? I almost want to remove Twin Daggers, to be frank. I think we're going to get rid of that. Even though it's like a really good card, I think it's a distraction in the deck. Here's some intellect cards. Deal 4 damage, destroy them if below 50% health. Also apply 4 shocks. Deal damage equal to the number of charge stacks to adjacent brawlers. Wow. Yeah, getting that. Deal 2 damage and apply 6 frost to all enemy brawlers? Wow. Yeah, we'll pick up both of those. Thank you. Jeez. So, what is this? Social? Okay. So now this is going to do 16 damage to all enemies. That seems good. This is also like totally like a social media icon. Like that's really weird that that's your deck. I get that it's 3 people, but that feels way out of place.
On with the show. This is it.
Beard Brothers versus Swamp Folk. Let's do it. Okay.
Fight, fight.
So we can do Ice Bolt here. Is he gonna get rage for himself being frozen? He is. Oh no. We're gonna need to kill you real quick. Great. That did a lot of damage. Well done. Next time you take damage, double it. So if we do this... Great. We'll just work on our equipment quest. All right, this is getting to be a pretty strong build. I'm feeling comfortable with this. I'm liking this more than the first time I did, and I'm not totally sure why. Maybe I'm just more able to grok it now than I did before. I don't totally know. But I am having a much better time this time around. Oh, shoot, those are Ice Wand. Bummer. Alright. Throw that on. Freeze you to next to nothing. Let's get Iron Skin on you, and then... Longsword on you. We're definitely taking some hits from this guy. He's a bit beefy. But we're doing okay. Get some more mana next turn, 100%. And we can throw a fireball here. It has to be a tile occupied by a brawler. All right, end the turn. Oh, this lady has seen some stuff in her life. This is the face Swampalina. Welcome to my bog. This is a woman who's seen some stuff in her life.
Fly from her fingertips.
Who had a wild card violation? Brawlers that use an intelligence card shall have 4 poison applied. I didn't notice that. All right. Playing this card will violate the rules set by the wild card. Oh, it's that one. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and throw that down, and then you can ice up this individual. And then we can set some Scorch down on her. Yeah, this isn't an intelligence card. We can just blast you. Sounds good to me.
For the ages. Huh?
Okay, I'm doing okay. That's a lot of frost. It's a lot of frost. That was lots of damage. Shuffling a curse into your deck. Okay, well, I'm not terribly concerned about that, but I do want to keep my wizard nice and strong. The damage really stacks in this game, doesn't it? My goodness. And that's going to be GG. Great. Did she just throw a flaming cat at me? What's wrong with you? All right. Rip.
Is it time for Scritchy Scratchy?
Is it time for Scratchy Scratchies?
What riches!
Deal 8 damage for each debuff. I mean, we've only got, like, that's 2. So it's like 16 damage. That's nothing to shake a stick at. Ironically, since it's a staff, but I'm not feeling it. These upgrades are feeling really cool though. Like, I'm feeling like I'm getting a build. I feel like there's a lot of build possibilities. We've got a lot of while. Once again, we've talked about how that's such a good indicator of roguelike synergy and everything. French Peacock over on YouTube. Good to see you. Welcome in tonight. How are you? Play 5 abilities on the same turn. Increase your max mana by 1. I mean, sure. Let's give that a shot. I'm not confident we're going to be able to do that, but we'll give it a shot.
Make money either way.
I'm going to go here to try and clone the big AoE attack that we have. I think that's going to be a good call. I need to get rid of block because it's so small. It's only 2 shield, which is not a lot. That's not going to help us very much. Prodigal sneaking in the first. 3 days in a row, you got the turkey, man. It's a hat trick at this point. Well done.
Who needs sleep? Let's raid.
Like a boss status, absolutely. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope Hawaii is treating you well. I don't think we really want any of these. Yeah. Let's not get any of those.
The crowd trembles.
We're moving on. We only got 3 more fights. I'm also getting ready for a photo shoot at the beach during a sunset. Outrageous. What on earth is this anniversary package that you bought? My goodness, Prodigal. Well, I hope it's a lovely, lovely time. Sounds amazing until you realize I have a 4 and a 7-year-old. Oh, it's fine. I'm sure it's all gonna work out just great. Okay. Let's play this. And then... Oops, I didn't mean to actually do that. Oh well. But this will clear out the board. Great. Ooh, look at you, spooky...
Come on out. Don't be shy.
Spooky gas mask knight? Okay. Dealing 10 damage. Ouchie. Let's get some frost on you. The ice must flow. And then, yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and bop you down. And then we'll start stacking up some fire over there. We got another wave coming in, so we are going to need to get stuff moving. I don't want to use Blizzard yet, but we can throw down some fire. Don't want to use the Ice Wand yet. It is interesting how the cards like stay in your hand, right? Like, there are a lot of interesting things about this game. I'm enjoying it a good amount. I think there's a lot to talk about, especially since you have this kind of party mechanic where you pick 3 characters instead of 1. That's going to create a lot of potential party combinations. A lot of other roguelikes have followed that sort of idea, like Arcanium or Across the Obelisk, with a party leader coming in and bringing unique benefits, so you can swap out, even just between these 3, who is the leader, and have very different results. There's a lot to consider there. Oh, there's that. Okay.
The tension, the drama.
Great. That will kill him. Great. Let's do it. Poor fighter is wounded. But I think we can be okay here. This turn, if a brawler uses an intelligence card, their opponents shall have 3... Stop that! At least this is not an intelligence card. There we go. Get wrecked. Feels good, man. I probably should have done Ice Wand there to prevent his next attack on the next turn. Oh well. Go ahead and swap out. Do this. There we go. And then we're not taking any damage. Perfect.
We'll be remembered.
I love the sort of like Monty Python-esque aesthetic here, right? With the squires clapping things together and everything. It's nice. And delivered in a way that we don't typically see very often. Dexleon with 50 bits. Thank you so much, Dexleon. Good to have you here. How are you tonight? Welcome in.
Look at all this loot.
Deal 7 damage apply vulnerable. Yeah, I don't think we want any of these. Like, this is cool once again, but like we're not doing very much blocking, so why get the thorns? An allied brawler, including minion brawlers, falls in combat. Remaining allies get +4 strength. Wow. Raise a brawler's block to 12th. Increase your max mana by 1. End your turn without playing any cards. These all seem not great. I don't think we're gonna get to that. I don't want to do this one, so I guess we'll just take Party On as like a, you know,
Coffers to fill.
oh shoot button. We could clone a card. I want to get more perks. Perks seem really fun. Whether it's like a good decision or not, I've got no clue, but they seem fun. Whenever a brawler access during their store for help. I mean, I don't know. Sure, I guess.
Brambles Arena.
Oh, shuffle a copy of Stab into your deck. Interesting. Yeah, we're not gonna want any of those. That's fine. We can upgrade a card cleave and giving an item splash and +1 cost. Damage is increased by 4 per unique debuff on the target. Combo. Trigger a bonus effect if your team has played 3+ abilities this turn. Hat trick is a sports ball term, you alpha geek. What are you talking about? It's not a sports ball term, it's a hat term. What are you talking about, Dexleon? Just because hats died out of the fashion world in the 50s and 60s doesn't mean we have to ignore the long, rich legacy of bowler hats. There's no ball in hockey. Yeah, I'm not really feeling any of those. I don't think they're going to be helpful. But let us go over here. We're going to train you up. 20 more bits! Jiminy Christmas! Thank you, Dexleon. Let's get Firebrand. Whenever they're damaged, put 4 flame on the attacker. We're kind of doing some flame stuff too. Destroy any non-boss brawler on a tile containing a flame or deal 6 damage otherwise. Wow. Yes. Yes, let's do that. That sounds really good.
Glory awaits one of you tonight.
The Night Knights. That is a children's bedtime storybook waiting to happen. Wife Quest, if you're watching. The Night Knights. Oh my gosh. About a group of knights that go around trying to help little kids get to sleep at night. Amazing. That would be incredible. All right, we'll throw a hat on there. Dexleon with 5 community gift subs. Thank you. Thank you, Dexleon. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for your support of the channel and of this community. Thank you. My heavens.
Superb choreography.
All right, let's see here. I mean, yeah, we could just do an execute real quick. Wait, what? Ooh. There we go. Then we just blast him. So anyways, I started blasting. Look at this guy, The Darkest Knight, a duel excellent, prepare to be overshadowed. Okay. This guy has got such edgelord energy.
You have no choice.
The first brawler to use an intelligence card shall be ejected for a turn. Ugh, yikes. No thanks. Yeah. Get ice on you. The Darkest Knight is dealing damage to Bruno. Even with 8 ice? Holy crap. What? Why can I not, like, seem to select anything? This is equipped, this is equipped. Okay, there we go. And 10 more bits. Dexleon, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Who's little Sally over there? What's up with her? Imperial Guard. Okay. Knight of Dogby? Okay. Sure. Destroy any non-boss brawler. So we could just outright kill her. We could also just do this, which will nearly kill everyone. I could have done my Big Bang Theory. Oh well. Oh, that killed him too. Dang it, I could have also done it there. Oh well. Hey, Quantic, good to see ya. You're a big Bramble fan. Nice. Did you play much of the Bramble Royale here? We were talking about how the developer eject all but the highest health brawler from each team. Jeez. The developer made a really interesting post on Reddit about how this game completely flopped for him. After 2 very successful games and clearly pouring a lot of energy and attention into this, it completely tanked sales-wise. He had a really interesting post-mortem, but even more interesting than the post-mortem, which he wrote up, which you should definitely go check out. In the comments, people were saying they didn't give this 2 thoughts because it's called Bramble Royale, and that Royale made them think it was a battle royale, and so they just didn't think twice about it, which is fascinating and terrifying at the same time. You played a pretty good amount. Unfortunately, Slothworks was saying this was a huge failure. Yeah, absolutely. And like I agree with you. It's a stupid reason to not play, but like I think the people that were encountering this were not encountering this issue. Were not coming at it from, oh, I think it's a battle royale, although like I've looked at it and I still like I don't think it came from any amount of research or any amount of willful decision making. I think it was just gut impression. Oh, okay, not for me, right? I think tactics would have been a better word. I could see that. It's still not really a tactics game. There's a little bit of tactics movement, but I mean, it's pretty minor in my opinion. But yeah, it's a whole thing for sure. I just don't see how you make that mistake if you looked at it literally at all. Like, look at the Steam store page. And that's the thing. I don't think people did. I think they saw Bramble Royale and said, oh, not for me. And they didn't even go into the Steam page. Like, I'd be curious to see what their metrics were for, what's it called? Like conversions from Steam page visits to wishlist conversions. I'd be curious to see if that's like a normal number or not. And the problem really was just at that top of the funnel of getting people to click in. The Steam equivalent of CTR? Yeah. Not as close to Battle Royale? Yeah, I mean, and that's a very good point. Very good point, Moleskio. Absolutely. I think a lot of us don't really consider the name of the game beyond like what is kind of interesting. And it really goes to show that when you're doing research, you can't just do gameplay testing. You have to test the entire conversion funnel. So one way that the folks at the User Interface Engineering Foundation would do funnel testing is they would give testers $100 and they would say, go look for a camera on this website and you get to buy any camera that you want with this money. And you'll get to have it and it will be yours. just walk us through how you are thinking and feeling when you are clicking through the website and why you pick which camera that you do. So you could do the same thing with Steam, right? You could say, on Steam, I want you to go buy a roguelike deck builder. Here's $20. Find us a roguelike deck builder under this amount that is like interesting to you. And that might be a little too wide with Steam. You could maybe present a list of options like, hey, here's 10 different roguelikes. Tell me which, or 10 different games you can buy with your $20. Tell me which ones are of interest to you and which ones you buy. And you'd probably get some good information. I think that Royale thing could have been discovered earlier. Slothworks said that he recognized that could be a problem, but totally underestimated how big of a problem it would be. Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't have thought it would be that big of a deal. I would say, I could totally see people taking it that way, but is that really going to cause a problem? Not really. It's engaging. It's got good art. I think people will click in. They'll investigate. I would have been dead wrong. I would have been totally wrong, especially with this being the third in a very successful series. The entire title seems kind of unfocused. Is Meteorfall another game he made, and this is the same universe? Yes. This is the third game in that universe. The first two, very successful. Meteorfall is an ongoing universe. Yeah. So, Wild Ride. Let's... Not sure. I think we just nuke this guy down because he's got so much flame on him. There we go. GG. I haven't played the first one since it's mobile only, but the second one is great. Crummets Tale. I've heard it's fantastic. Also on mobile too. They are no BS great mobile games from what I understand. I haven't played them myself, but they're like some of the only premium purchases that like are really good. There's no free to play. There's no freemium. It's just I give you money, you give me a good game. I don't like any of these. Whatever. These are Brawler's defensive too. I'll probably never do it.
Bramble's busy. Don't dawdle.
Sure. I never looked into whether or not Bramble Royale hit mobile. I know that Slothworks mentioned that he was planning on it, but I wonder if he ended up doing it considering it was a failure in his eyes. I'm honestly really surprised it still has the name that it has. I thought that was going to be gone really quick. Let's get rid of... No, Scorch is at least stacking with other synergies. Let's get rid of the sword. We've got enough equipment that it's not really going to hurt us very much, I don't think. Who are you? Dragonfang. Deal 11 damage. Always strike the opponent with the least health. Trigger twice if Brawler has less than 50%, and your allies gain 2. So here's the problem with the terminology on this. Trigger twice if Brawler has less than 50%. Which Brawler? My guy or the guy that I'm attacking? They're both Brawlers. Okay, cool. Wonder if it would perform better on mobile since the Meteorfall games always hit mobile. Yeah, I mean, I think they... My guess is that he's got a lot more... a lot more... What's it called? Audience over on mobile? There's probably a lot more brand recognition over there than on Steam. So I think that's a reasonable, assumption.
What?
Name recognition, brand recognition, yeah, absolutely. Let's add lightning to this. Just start chucking lightning down on everyone. All right. Big boss, here we go. I love these generated, standards. Very cute. Bramble's Bruisers. All right. There's Bramble. Yeah. There's Bramble. There you go. Okay. Not the best opener. Brutal.
I can play the heel sometimes.
I can play the heel sometimes? He's just said. All right. Great. Love it. Not a terrible first turn. Is this your first run, Joe? I played the demo a long time ago. This is my first time in 1.0. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Horrifying amounts of damage. Okay, let's get rid of all of that damage. How does that sound? I think that sounds like a really good plan. No more damage. Never mind then. Don't want to spoil. Okay. Oh, we're going straight to Bramble. I thought for sure that was going to be a 3-wave fight. Brawlers are using intelligence cards. Stop debuffing my intelligence cards, you massive turd. Okay. Throw some ice down, shield you up, and we're good to go. Okay. I think we're going to be able to kill on this turn. Yeah, we can 100% kill. There we go. Got him.
Stewie went kablooey.
Stewie went kablooey. There you go. Okay, so we can do Major Frost Town, which I think we're going to do. Blah, 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 blah. Add a copy of Shatter to your deck. Lovely. Keeping you very much alive. Lots of freezing. You're going to be dealing some damage. That's fine. You can deal literally some damage. We will just Shatter. And Hat. Love Hat. Hat's my like favorite card in this whole deck. All right. All brawlers are granted 5 thorns. Interesting. Okay. Ouch. Okay. But you are no longer dealing damage to us, so I think we're gonna call that. Well, we're gonna throw some more Scorch on it, right? That's not gonna hurt anything. Oh, then we can do another Shatter. Sure, why not?
Bramble's just throwing you a
Put on my robe and wizard hat. Wait, whoa! Why did he die? All right, at least we win. Jeez. Great. GG.
Oh, that wasn't supposed to happen.
Oh, sick. Love cutscenes like this. This is fantastic.
They've won. Fetch them the mask of the Uberlich.
But Bramble, if we give them the mask, then there'll be no more prize, no more warriors, and no more arena. But
He's gonna put it on.
happening. This can't be happening. No. I know. I'll wear the mask. Then no one will have it.
Brimble!
Brimble, no! Oh, jeez.
Now the arena can live on forever! Grimble, what have you done? What about the rules? You pitiable warriors, come and get your prize, if you dare.
I don't know why we would want that mask. Other than like a let's save the world sort of approach. I'm bummed we don't get to go into the fight. But that is cool.
Chaos.
Roar for completing grand. Slam timeout. The brawl phase shall be skipped this round. Oh, interesting. So I only got one unlock? One unlock for beating an entire run? Really? The Uberlich is a recurring final boss. Sure, yeah. That's very cool. That's why I asked if it was your first run. Sure. All right, so we unlocked Necro Dude. Seems fun. Jungle Queen, Quartermaster of the Arena. Win a run without Bruno, Mischief, or Graveyard. So without the starting 3. Win a run with 3 different teams on any difficulty. Cool. Unlock 5 new wild cards to unlock this brawler. Celestial Champion. And then we got a whole bunch of wild cards. Okay. I've been noticing this a whole lot more frequently recently of having an unlock all option, which is really interesting to me, like from a psychological perspective, because I get that some people don't like that. They want to be able to dive in, or shoot, what if like I've already gone through all of this and I don't want to have to unlock things again? But a fascinating thing for me from the psychology perspective is how many people know there's an unlock button and then don't ever use it, because that's 100% me. The unlocking of things is kind of like my mark of fun in the game. Once I've unlocked everything, I might get 1 or 2 more runs out of a game, and then I'm probably going to be done. Whereas I know other people are the complete opposite, where it's they just want to jump straight into a finished thing, and then they'll play that for 300 hours. It's not me at all. So really interesting psychology there. You're the same way. You love making progress. Yeah, I'm with you. Each time you beat the game, you unlock a new league. Higher leagues make the game more challenging. Yeah, all right.
It's just babes and stud muffins all.
I really hate Ascension mechanics in 99% of games. In 99% of games, I find Ascension mechanics, all they do is just make the game harder, which is tremendously uninteresting to me. The only types of games that I have really enjoyed the Ascension mechanics are things like Dice Folk, where, yes, they make the game harder, but they also give the player a lot more power. So it's like, hey, yes, we're going to have harder bad guys, but now we're going to introduce shiny monsters that have better abilities, and we're going to improve your starter abilities, and we're going to make these new options show up. Like, that's interesting to me. Just like things are harder now, tremendously uninteresting to me, unfortunately. Starts you in the shop too, and I do like that. I did see that it skips the first battle, which is great. We've talked about that a lot, of how that first part of a roguelike is almost universally the worst part of the roguelike, right? And we talk about it all the time. Hades, you start off essentially in the shop, right? Like, before you go fight anything, you get a boon to go play with.
Necro dudes.
Necro Dude. Team Captain's bonus. When you summon a minion, give it 3. Interesting. You freeze a brawler, also create 2 fire on their tile. When you play a card that deals damage, also add 1 poison. Whenever any ally uses a curse card, you rally. Immediately resolve the effect of an equipped item. Interesting. And then start each battle with 2 strength. Very cool. Very cool. Well, I'm afraid that's going to be it for me here today. Big Necro Dude enjoyer over here. I like Rose a lot too. Is that? Is Rose yellow? Yeah. Cool. That's awesome. I love it. Yeah, we're going to do a little bit of a shorter stream here today. This was a lot of fun. Thank you everyone for hanging out. I'm going to be playing a lot more Bramble Royale. Not so much on the stream, I don't think. This will be a little taste for you to go check it out yourselves. I definitely think it's worth it. Like, for sure. It is... How much money is it? $16? Like, I think that's probably a fair request for the amount of content you're going to get out of it, for the amount of hours you're going to enjoy. I think there's a lot about that that is going to work. So definitely go check that out next time we stream. Depending on who's here, if Molluscio is here, we're going to do Beef Arena. If we've got Prodigal back from Hawaii, we'll do Dicey Bugs. If Lime Blossom is here, we'll do Doggos in Dungeon. And if none of those 3 are here, we may do Hexagod or Fate of Fire. One of those 2. When's next stream? It's going to be a week from today, most likely. Yeah. Week from today, most likely. Probably not Saturday. So, week from today. Yeah. That's going to be it for me. Thanks, folks. It was great having you here again. We got 2 streams in a row. What a week. That gives me some time to do some UI updates. Rad. Awesome. Very excited. You're very welcome for the stream. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks, everyone, for being here. It was great to get through some of these other analysis requests. We are carving our way through this queue. So thanks so much for hanging out, everyone. We will catch you next time. See ya.